As you may have heard, Disney's Paint the Night Parade is being prepared to ship out from Disneyland and head to some unknown destination. Safe money would be on Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World since it no longer has a nighttime parade, with the Main Street Electrical Parade making its journey back to Disneyland. Recently seeing the new nighttime spectacular at Magic Kingdom, Happily Ever After, I would have to disagree with the option of bringing Paint the Night there, as I think there are a few logistical issues with the show that were not present with the former nighttime show, Wishes. Wishes was a fireworks show, plain and simple. It really did not matter where you saw the show, as long as you could see up in the sky and hear the music. Sure, there were some viewing areas like Main Street USA that would afford you a better experience, but all in all, it really wasn't imperative that you were in a specific location to watch Wishes. Happily Ever After is a completely different experience, and Disney knew this, and that is why there was all of the expansion of the hub area in front of the castle. Happily Ever After needs the audience to be right in front of the castle. With projections, lasers, and spotlights to accompany the fireworks, Happily Ever After is a full experience, not just a fireworks show. Having said all this, the logistics of having the crowd in the hub move from the parade setup to the setup for Happily Ever After, as they have in the past with the nighttime parades at Magic Kingdom, would be a bit more difficult. It would be a crowd-controlled nightmare to manage this particular shift between Paint the Night viewing and Happily Ever After. For these reasons, as well as the fact that Magic Kingdom really does not need more to draw guests in than it already offers, I offer a different destination and home for the Paint the Night Parade: Disney's Hollywood Studios. Before you get all excited and say this is a horrible idea, let's take a look at the parade itself and see if it would in fact fit the theme of Disney's Hollywood Studios. The parade floats include floats inspired by Disney Pixar films Toy Story, Cars, and Monsters Inc., as well as floats that represent attractions already at Disney's Hollywood Studios, such as Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Frozen. The last float of the parade is in fact Sorcerer Mickey himself. The only float that may not completely fit the theme of Disney's Hollywood Studios is the first float, with Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. But looking at that particular float, I see no reason as to why the float can't be reimagined to fit in as well. Maybe even a Star Wars themed float to start it all off. Next, let's look at why Disney's Hollywood Studios would need this parade. It already has Fantasmic and Star Wars: A Galactic Spectacular fireworks to entertain guests of the park, and you may be thinking that with all of the construction surrounding the building of Star Wars Land and Toy Story Land, that Disney may not want to be attracting any attention to the park at the moment. Well, let's imagine for a minute that you are not a fan of Star Wars. I know it's hard to imagine, but try. Disney's Hollywood Studios has mainly turned into a Star Wars land of sorts. The daytime shows are all Star Wars. They've added the launch bay and Star Wars meet and greets that took over the animation courtyard, and we already mentioned the fireworks. That is a lot of Star Wars for a park that honestly only had one Star Wars attraction, and that is Star Tours. Now, is it terribly hard to believe that the park may need a boost of something for everyone else? We already talked about how the parade theme fits in perfect, and it includes many of the other attractions at Disney's Hollywood Studios. With the addition of Pandora, the world of Avatar, at Animal Kingdom, Walt Disney World has made each of their parks into one that can be enjoyed into the night. Animal Kingdom now has nighttime offerings that will keep guests from fleeing the park for the nighttime festivities at the other three. The popularity of the new Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom will keep people going through the gates there. Epcot still has Illuminations, which has been a guest favorite for years. Maybe a new nighttime experience at Disney's Hollywood Studios would shift some capacity over to that park and take some of the strain off of the other three. Even though I feel I've made a pretty convincing argument of why Disney's Paint the Night Parade should come to Hollywood Studios, I think that it may be an impossibility because I'm not sure if Disney's Hollywood Studios could logistically handle this parade. I would think that they could make it work around the construction, but I am not behind the scenes to know if it's even possible. They would need a large enough space to store the parade, and we know that there has never been much space in or around Disney's Hollywood Studios. Sadly, this may be where my dream of Disney's Paint the Night Parade coming to Hollywood Studios comes to an end. Now it's time to let us know what you think. Do you think the parade would be a good fit at Disney's Hollywood Studios? Do you think that the park would be able to handle a parade of this scale? Would you like to see the Paint the Night parade at Magic Kingdom, or maybe somewhere else entirely? Do you think I'm nuts for even mentioning this in the first place? Let us know in the comments below, or head over to our Facebook page or Twitter and give your 2 cents. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you soon. If you found this short discussion entertaining and love Disney, then I have a great podcast for you. The Dub Dee Dub Revue is a Disney podcast that I'm sure you will love. Chris, Pete, and Laura cover topics that we all hold near and dear to our hearts. Go ahead and click their logo on the screen to check them out, or follow the link in the description. You can find them anywhere you find your favorite Disney podcasts. Again, that is the Dub Dee Dub Revue podcast.